So, my last video I said nothing to do with atheism or nothing to do with Islam, and listed the attacks that were done in the name of Islam. And then nothing to do with atheism, and listed the atrocities, some far worse than the Holocaust, done in the name of atheism. But I ended not just with calling it atheism, but anti-clericalism. I said this is what happens with anti-clericalism. I believe we can also call this anti-theism. Let's quickly go through the comments, and then I will address the larger points. And I thank all these people. Even Jason Muniz. Oh God, why don't you people, Christians, segregate yourselves from society and go live in a mountain or a desert like that lunatic from Nazareth. I wonder if you just took out Christians and put in Jew, Muslim, or Hindu, how acceptable that would be. Again, this will be important later on. Tuvek said, people don't do anything for atheism. Again, remember that because that's going to be important. Spennmen0 says, why not count those killed by Christianity and capitalism? And BionicDance says that there's certain behaviors built into Scripture. Now, anti-clericalism, anti-theism, specific hatred of Christianity, swap out Christian for Jew or Muslim. I already mentioned that. Spanish Inquisition killed at most 3,000 people over a 350-year period, when at the same time in Germany, and no people were burned at the stake. Everybody had at least a 3-year trial. And same time in Germany, 150,000 witches were burned at the stake. So we have a historical lie there. Atheism, straw man of Christianity, the first one. It's a fundamentalist they always put forth fundamentalist Puritan Protestantism. Sola Scriptura, the Bible is inspired, infallible. Belief in creationism. Forward a literal reading of the Bible. Sola Scriptura, the Bible tells us what Christianity is. Never mind the fact that for the vast majority of Christianity, basically the first 17 centuries, and even a little bit more, sex, dancing, consuming alcohol were extremely important parts of the Christian experience, and that Sola Scriptura was considered a heresy, so was creationism. Creationism is really new. Creationism was first considered a heresy in the 2nd century and declared a heresy by the church. I mean, the Eastern Orthodox Church, the Oriental Orthodox Church, the Roman Catholic Church, the Syrian Church of the East, and did not come back, did not revive itself until just about 100 years ago. So creationism, very new. But atheists are extremely puritanical and Puritans. The hypocrisy of anti-clericalism and anti-theism. Atheists believe religion is science for stupid people. I truly think that's what atheists believe. Now, I said atheism, but by the end of it, I talked about anti-clericalism. And by these comments, you can see that it's a hatred of Christianity. It is anti-clericalism and anti-theism, and that is responsible for the deaths of hundreds of millions of people. Now, capitalism is not communism. It's just the result of freedom. How many people did it kill? Got me. And you're talking about somebody who's for the Sandinistas and the FMLN. But that certainly wasn't capitalism. That was the might of the military-industrial complex of the United States of America. But my question is, why you always have to strawman Christianity? It's pretty ludicrous. And these things were done by anti-theism and anti-clericalism. People don't do anything for atheism. Well, you know what? Calle certainly did when he executed bishops and lay people and children and hanged many people. Did it to forward atheism, to break their belief in God. The Holodomor done by Stalin, he said he was doing it to break their belief in God. He was doing it because he was an atheist and to forward atheism. Okay? Behavior built into Scripture. Since when do Christians get their beliefs from Scripture? You do realize that for the first 400 years of the Christian church, the New Testament didn't exist. And to this day, the church holds sway over Scripture unless you're a puritanical fundamentalist, sola scriptural, Bible-beating American Christian, which you would then make up less than 5% of all Christians on earth today, and less than 0.2% of all Christians that have ever existed. So I don't think you know what you're talking about. And as for this is just anti-Christian bigotry. I don't think you know what Christianity is. Again, it's bigotry. Just swap out Christian and put in Jew or Muslim, and tell me how much toleration there is there. So this is the second part. The third part will be on the El Catorce channel. Peace to you. Thank you for your questions. And yeah, atheism doesn't cause murder, does it? Check that out. Peace to you.